Sure that we're streaming to you. Wow, I feel special.
You feel very special?
I do feel special because it's date night with the LUNAS, and it is January 3rd. It is Monday night. It is a great way to kick off the new year.
Yes. Happy New Year to everybody. Yay. I know I kind of slacked off and I did not blog on SDC that tonight we're talking about swinger etiquette. I did it to all the vanilla sites. My bad. Sorry, there's so many hours in the day, and I still have to clean the house, cook, and do all the womanly stuff.
Since when is that? Do you call it womanly stuff? Who does the cooking? Who does the cooking?
Okay, so the man does the cooking, but I go do the
womanly stuff. I haven't heard that in ages.
Oh, funny. Yeah.
Anyway, we had a good show this afternoon, and we are going to have a good show tonight. We are broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, BFAM 109.6, SDC.com, and Fantasy Club.
Yeah, we're trying Fantasy Club. We're seeing how this works.
Is it Fantasy.club?
It's Fantasy.club, yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a live streaming service, so you could tip us there. You could also ask for private showing, but right now, not during this broadcast because we're on Facebook.
You'll take
YouTube.
Your clothes off later.
Yes, exactly. After the show, tip me while I take my clothes off.
Before we get into it, I want to get the sponsor out of the way.
Yes, get the sponsor.
Because it kind of ties into some stuff and some questions.
A lot of questions.
So, our sponsor is Fairville University. Basically, they strive to provide judgment-free learning experiences, where every student has an opportunity to learn. Basically, we do classes on a whole bunch of different things. We have a class coming up on next Thursday, the 13th, BDSM 101, The Shades to Hype to Reality. Basically, we're going to do a 1-hour overview on the mindset, paddles,
negotiations, consent,
floggers,
aftercare,
whips. We got some great video on the whips.
Oh yeah, the whips. Those are always your favorite.
I like cutting things in half with whips. It's that Indiana Jones I'm channeling with a much smaller whip.
Yeah, I need to get that sound effect.
And I haven't drawn my own blood in a really long time.
Very long time.
Learning to do a whip is not an easy thing.
Yeah. And then because you're always on broadcast, and then you have this mark like right across your face that you could say that your wife was the one that scratched you. And I'm like, nope. What is this? Is it a show about our dates and relationships and answering questions about sexual wellness and health and relationships? So tonight's topic, swinger etiquette. So
I'm really glad STC invited us to do this.
Oh yeah, it is.
That they saw our show and wanted us to come over to give their broadcast something a little different.
A little bit different than the usual. Hey, I'm jerking off. Hey, I'm having sex. I'm being naked. No, we're educational. Mostly.
Then we get naked later.
Yeah.
But don't hold your breath at the moment.
No, because we will also broadcast YouTube and Facebook. So that's why we have to, we're just educating. So.
But anyway, again, we have a class coming up next week. If you go to fairvilla.com and click on education, you can register for it. It's next Thursday, 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. And you can register over on Eventbrite. It's only $15. If that's a burden, bring over some friends and you can watch it all together. And we'll be going over some really kinky shit. It's a lot of the how-to, and on top of that, it's interactive. So we'll ask questions on how to prevent wraparound, really how to give your sub a really good experience without injuring them, hurting them, but not injuring them. And on the same stuff, how to be a good little bottom.
Bottom, yeah.
You're never a good sub. You're a good bottom.
No, I'm a good brat.
You're a brat.
I'm a brat. That's all it is. So, hey, at least there's, something to explain me. So I'm happy about that.
You're not easily explainable.
No, I'm not. I'm an experience, as most people say. That's the honest truth. I am an experience.
Should we just go on straight through till 7:30?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just do that then. So, for the new year, we really wanted to try something a little different. Well, somewhat different. So we're changing up the show. We will have a trivia question and prizes later on, about 7:35, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
However, right now, we want to talk about swinger etiquette. We do classes on this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're starting off a new year, if you're just getting into swinging, if you're in a couple, it helps to kind of, you're going to feel your way through it, figure out what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. But swingers, we are a different world.
Totally, absolutely, totally different. It was just like,
well, you've been doing it for a long time.
A very long time. You don't want me to admit how long I've been doing it, 30 plus years. But, it's okay.
I only say don't admit you're doing it 30 plus years because, well.
I'm 46.
And you don't look it. Sweetie, we went out in December for drinks and you got carded. And I was so happy. I'm like, I'm a dirty old man.
He's a very dirty old man. Yeah. Especially when I start saying, Daddy.
Oh, God.
Hi, Daddy.
She loves saying that when it's sarcasm.
No, I say it and also try to embarrass other people around. They're like, what?
Yeah, they kind of do get embarrassed, which is really weird.
Yeah, because I'm like, what is there to be embarrassed about?
It's not like we're doing it in front of your kids.
Yeah, it's all adults. But, again, a part of role play is part of our relationship. Oh, you know what? We went straight into the swinger etiquette and really didn't talk about what's going on in our world of relationship and dating and our partners. So
do we want to go into that?
Do we want to do, or do you want to just go straight to the swinger etiquette part?
I'm ready to go ahead and you go first.
What? You're the one traveling soon. You're going up to
Yes. In 3 weeks, I am doing something I haven't actually ever done before.
No.
I am.
Let's
get into it. This is as much as you're going to get. Go to the
no,
next
because
station.
it's one of our followers.
Oh.
Get into the
Into
store.
it. I'm sorry. I got some other comments that I'm like ignoring.
Yes, because we have a lot of loyal followers that want to know what's going on with our partners and what's happening in our adventures. This week we're going to go back to getting to the.
This week we're going to the woodshed Friday.
Friday, and hopefully Saturday to the bud party. See, he's laughing because he knows what. Yes, that's a regular. Thank you, Zane. I think that's Zane for he's another one. So January 24th, no shows for us. So hello.
The reason is now I'm traveling and you're traveling.
Well, I'm traveling to a tarot conference, so nothing, any fun, sexual fun. Maybe I'll be down in South Florida. No problem. You're welcome. Come to Atlanta, please. We're going to get to that. We are actually planning a special trip. So let's go to the going away for John for the first time ever.
Well, for the first time, I'm in it's a poly relationship, or at least there's a girl I'm dating.
Online dating. We met once at a conference. And you've been talking with her ever since, every day.
Well, we came back from the conference. A few weeks went by. Okay. I really didn't think of it because I said hello to a few people. And something about her, I decided to go ahead and, talk a little bit more.
Connect.
And of course I clarified. I said, make sure, because she is married, her husband's okay with this. You're poly. I wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything ethical, but we've been chatting almost every day since.
Right. So it's like critter wise there. Hey, Dumansky, wishing you a happy new year too. So you've been similar to our relationship, how that started. An everyday thing.
Except now I'm going to do that. Just get it out of your face. I have been, if we started talking in September, maybe mid-September. So let's just go October, November, December, January, a little over 4 months. I've been talking to someone every day, completely text online.
Video chats too.
We've done some video chats once a week. We've also done some what is it called? Marco Polo?
Yeah. So counts as video chats.
Yes. But I've never actually dated someone this long and not had sex with them. Usually I have sex within 72 hours.
Bullshit.
Except for you.
Yeah, exactly. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Okay.
11 years. She's still upset about
12 years now at this point, since he said 11 years. Now it's 12 years as of March 12th. 13th. Sorry. March 13th.
Okay. Essentially, this woman told me afterwards, a year later, that if I would have fucked her on the first date, I would have been another boy toy. She would have written me off. And we probably would have never, ever gotten to here. But because I made her wait, and I was intriguing, you stuck around. And yet you complained.
I do complain. I do complain. Because in the swinger community, 3 weeks is 6 months. Tell me if I'm not wrong. Hello, SCC members, tell me if I'm not wrong. 3 weeks is 6 months in the swinger community.
So I made her wait.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah. But you don't know if you're automatically going to have sex with her when you get there. You know you have a lot of plans and activities, but not,
We've talked a lot about having sex.
Uh-huh.
And about, we have I'm arriving on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I will be returning on Monday. And she's already booked a hotel for us.
Uh-huh.
And she already has certain different things planned.
Oh.
So
we're going to see. What are those things? I haven't heard any of this, so that's why. Hey, I'm listening. I'm learning this at the same time, SDC members. Okay, this is all new for me too here.
She's definitely a rope bunny.
Okay.
She's really looking forward to getting tied up.
Uh-huh.
She is a kitty.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean is, just like I do puppy play, this girl is always wearing kitty ears. It's really a part of her.
Right.
So we're going to see what happens when a puppy and a kitty get into their mindsets and get together.
Right.
And some impact play we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're definitely looking forward to getting each other's hands all over each other.
Right.
There has been teasing pics.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we've sent stuff back and forth. She's been on my FetLife. I've been on her FetLife. But nothing as far as... We've talked situations, but we haven't really... I guess we did have, I won't say phone sex, but sexting back and forth.
Sexting, yeah, of course. That's more than my partner.
Well, everyone has their own preference.
Correct.
And he's learning.
Eventually.
But, like I said, I'm just very excited. Of course, I thought a nice January would be nice with work and things would calm down and I get my little vacation. Work kind of ramped up, but I don't care. I'm going for a few days and disappearing and really looking forward to spending some time with her. So we'll see. We're going to see.
We'll see how it continues or doesn't continue. So,
and that's just that we've realized that we've been talking again 5 months,
right.
4 or 5 months, and we really get along. We're really excited to see each other. We're hoping we don't get together and everything's mismatched.
Right. It fizzles out. Yeah.
Well, yeah. You ever have a partner that you get together with and the parts just don't fit? Things just don't seem to work right. And I'm talking more than just sex. You go right, they go left, someone falls off the bed. I've what was the worst one I did? This is before you. The girl was really hot, but it was one of those. I went up to kiss her. She went down to do something else, and we hit foreheads. God, that hurt.
Yeah, that was the mismatch.
So we're hoping for more chemistry once we're in person.
Right, in person there. Yeah, because you've taken it slowly. Then me, I'm always.
Well, I even told you in the beginning of November, we're thinking of getting together in January. You're like, why wait so long? Go. Yeah. And I'm like, no, we're good. There's stuff, but you are definitely the more impulsive one.
Yeah.
I'm more the planning one.
Yeah. You are more in the planning one there, and it was just it's so funny because the partner that does not want to be mentioned with SCC loyal, followers, who I'm talking about, still with that one. We're still having ups and downs with the long distance. And it was the funniest thing he said. It's well, maybe we could take things slow. And I'm like, how much slower than an iceberg can we take this relationship?
Okay, hold on.
How do I take it slowly?
Stop.
I don't understand.
So the second time you got together, because you came down here and you did that, and then you went up to visit him once or twice?
Twice. Once in August, once in October. So we first met each other in person in July. And that was the first time we...
Right. The second one is when you did the foursome.
No, that was the third visit, actually.
That was so...
Long distance is a killer, need a lot of effort. Yes.
Yes.
The problem is it's much more complicated. And this is where I have the, ethical challenge
and ethical challenge.
The moral and ethical challenge. No, we have not been to Amsterdam, but it's on our bucket list. Is that wifey does not know.
Wifey's almost out of the picture.
She's almost out of the picture. I mean, she did some shitty stuff to him over the holidays, and I was ooh, no Christmas gifts. he enjoyed watching some shows in Italy, and she just gave him like shit about it. And I'm like, what? If that's his happy place, just let him be. It's like, it's not disturbing anything. No, I've heard just need tickets in time. He is coming down in February. So this is where a lot of the fights are coming into.
I think you overthink this though. And the thing is, honestly, because it's a long distance relationship, do you have the habit of, and by the way, you talk a little bit every day, but you don't like verbally talk.
No, we don't. We might send like text message once all day, nothing, and maybe audio and video on WhatsApp. So that's where we chat.
But you're not a patient person, and you may get off a conversation and have those, that something wasn't right. And that is like a mold that tends to grow inside your head.
No, the conversation that we had was actually on the phone calling that one, Okay, so when someone keeps telling you, hey, you could stay at our place, during your time here, you would just automatically say, okay, great, thank you. But I've repeated it saying that, and then he got me upset and said, well, when I get there, I'll look for a place to stay. I'm like, say what, motherfucker? It's like, I have repeatedly said that John's okay, that you stay here and you're here with me and I'll be with you for the 2 weeks. And then you're saying that you're going to stay somewhere else, and then comes up with every red flag of like, well, I need Wi-Fi. I don't want to disturb you. It's like, I know your work schedule better than you sometimes, because he sometimes forgets these late night calls. And I'm like, how was that call? He's like, oops, I forgot. I'm like,
yeah, you're both very, first of all, the relationship's intense.
Yes.
It's very passionate.
It's very intense there. And it's like, that's the two things we do agree. Our relationship communication sucks balls, and this is very intense. At least he admits to it. That's a big step for him. Right. And he's still as vanilla as can be, because it's like.
So essentially, one of the things that has happened in the last 6 months,
right,
is that we went from having, well, I still have play partners here and there.
Right.
My play partners ended up going away, but we ended up having long distance relationships, both of us, which has been interesting because we'll do our text and get off the phone and then converse with each other about what's going on.
Right there. But at the same time, you didn't start your long distance until after.
Yes. Yours is longer.
Yeah. But it's like, no, but it was like, I was actually surprised that you actually started doing your long distance after the shit show I went through with both of you.
Yeah. I needed someone to talk to, and someone at a distance. I thought it just felt, I don't know, safe.
I guess.
Not to talk someone nearby. And it just went from there. So, oh well, the drama that is our lives.
Right, but it's like, yours came from the ashes of my burning.
Just be happy and stop being so dramatic.
That's what the audience likes. That's why they tune in. Look, we have quite a bit of viewers.
Should I touch back on Swinger Etiquette, or did we cover everything?
Okay, so hold on. What else are we covering? I mean, am I right to be upset when someone says that they're going to stay somewhere else, when I've continually said
you want them to stay here?
Yes. And then it's like, he said, like, if he got a place that he will want me to be there, like really, like, kind of
24/7. It's all about you.
Right. But I'm like, then why the fuck are we going somewhere else? Yes, I think so. Only 5 from us. You can talk to us and be very, very safe. Thank you, and couple. We appreciate you. Long time.
Only
listener.
5,000 miles. Yes, I know that one.
Yeah.
5,000 miles.
Canada, I think, or West Coast,
or South America,
or
because
Europe.
Okay, about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We did the ultimate road trip, in our opinion. Disney World to Disneyland driving, and 7,000 miles in 4 weeks. Now, let's be honest. During this trip, by the time it's over, you are either really well bonded with the person you're with and suited, or someone's dead in a ditch.
Or someone jumps on the plane mid-trip back home.
Which almost happened.
But we worked
it all through.
If he's genuine, he knows your setups. should be good to meet the both of you. Yeah, he does. I mean,
I'm honestly looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah.
I'm honestly grateful to meet him. I by the way, I'm not in any way.
Yeah, he used the
threatened.
burden. Yeah, James and Tess, he did use the burden excuse. It's like, I don't want to be a burden. I'm like, motherfucker, it's like, I haven't seen you in 4 months, and you're now saying that you don't want to be a burden?
Okay. Just to say, though, I'm in no way threatened by him. He makes my wife very happy. I want to meet him. I don't want to also be a burden in the sense that while they're here, I'm like, I can leave. You guys need a night alone. I have friends I can go stay with, platonic or I mean, vanilla or not, and give you guys the entire house. I want you to enjoy yourselves and have a wonderful time. I think it's going to blow his mind when we actually meet, though.
I think so too, because like I said, it's I told him, it's like you go from one extreme to another between the women in your life, because his wifey, his wifey is completely opposite of me. Completely. Like, I'm very outgoing, I'm very affectionate, I'm very like, here's all the things. You could tell me anything. I mean, we still struggle with him talking, and especially like sexting or any kind of sexual conversation outside of, like, I like it straightforward and dirty,
Yes, you do. You like it very vocal and very, you can get.
And it's like, he uses like, code words like dessert. I'm like, it's fucking sex. It's not dessert. I mean, it's like, he wants a repeat of like my birthday weekend. So I'm like, okay,
we can do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
We can have that here.
We could have all, find a bunch of guys, and that. You can stay with us. We promise we'll be a very nice burden. Aw, thanks, and couple. Where are you from again? It's like
5,000 miles.
Dude, I could go 5,000 miles everywhere.
Portugal. Oh, yes. A friend of mine just moved there right before COVID, and he says it's paradise. He loves it. He's by the beach. He likes watching surfers. I heard that's really big over there.
But no falo Portuguese.
No?
No. We're going to have to learn Portuguese.
No. You have to learn Portuguese and always be with me.
So he's just a pretty boy, and I just translate.
I speak English and about 13 different programming languages. My mind speaks math. You're the one who speaks all these different languages, and I think you picking up Portuguese or you're fluent in Spanish.
Yeah.
You can understand. You get through pretty well with Italian
and French, and the little thing. So Zane, okay, let's go into the Atlanta trip that we're.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because he says he has a place for us to stay. As long as there's no cats, we're cool with that. But there's cats. Yeah. I'm sorry, we can't. We're both definitely allergic to cats, so.
Yeah,
sorry.
I get uncomfortable. She needs the EpiPen.
Yes.
So
okay, cool. No animals, period. Yay! You get a puppy. You don't like pussy? What? Wait a minute. Wait. What?
What's a paragraph?
Oh my god! Hey, Nuco, they're usual.
Oh.
What?
Okay, you're in front of the mic, so here's what I'm going to say while we're reading all that. We have a place where we may be teaching. Have the opportunity to teach in a few months in Atlanta. It's basically a place that I guess will hold about 40 people, give or take. We're waiting on it being finished. If we do get that done, what we would like to plan is a weekend where we come up on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. We want to go ahead and do like nightly classes Thursday and Thursday night, maybe Thursday night. Definitely a Friday night class, a Saturday afternoon class, and a Saturday night class. And then figure out what we want to do from there, whether it's one-on-one coaching sessions or whether you want instructionals as far as, like I say, I teach a lot of BDSM, I teach rope, I teach impact play, I do couples one-on-one and stepping them through all that. But we're going to try to make a trip up there and try to make this one business. Let's be honest, COVID shut us down. Mm-hmm. We haven't been able to do in-person classes since, and I'm dying.
Yes,
once.
Both dying.
It wasn't until we went to Naughty in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all we've been able to do, and that was a conference. We normally were doing monthly classes.
Yeah.
And again, that was a lot of our income and such, and all of it's gone. The whole year it's been gone.
No,
2 years.
Nude Couple was kind of relating to this story about needing a place to stay. We repeatedly said you guys are more than welcome to stay with us, save some money, because they were complaining that the B&B in Florida are expensive. Of course, they're expensive. They came down and ended up staying in a Holiday Inn. the whole time they were down here, they were complaining on how everything was expensive. It was, yeah, that is very, very annoying. I totally agree with that. Oh, thank you, 24 jours. Yeah, no cats here, do it. Yeah, look at that. Like, all our SDC followers are asking us to, like, you know, stay with them. And, like, we would be lovely as long as we can make it, I'm going to be honest, as a business person, profitable. That if we could, we'll stay with you, but we have to teach classes in order to cover our expenses. Yeah, because
it's not a vacation.
It's never a vacation when we do that. I mean, it's fun, and that's sometimes what people don't understand. Even though we talk and teach about sex, sometimes it's not fun sex. It's just like, it's work. This is hard work.
Like I said,
but it gives us joy and happiness that we've taught people how to really enjoy pleasure about sex. Conduct classes in the Philadelphia area. Hey, if you could sponsor us,
if there's an opportunity and it works out financially, of course. We have not been up to the Philadelphia area. We have been to New York.
Yeah.
However, we do classes online.
Mm-hmm.
So the best place to look is if you go to sexpositiveme.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's listed under the event section, and we will list any classes we teach, whether we're through. Sometimes we do teach through like a local novelty shop.
Mm-hmm.
They go ahead and sponsor us, and they cut the cost, and they get to sponsor it and get some advertisement like Fairville does. They're actually doing a class on next Thursday, BDSM 101, the shades, the hype, the reality.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never done BDSM, but you're curious, you want to see whips and chains and floggers and restraints and ropes, we're going to go with all of that in about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But we do miss doing classes in person.
Yep, in person. So the Atlanta opportunity is fantastic. So for Zay 489, I know you just offered a 2-bedroom or 1 bedroom. Thank you. Feel free. We probably might take you up on that. So all depends on what's going on. We will advertise it ahead of time, so that way we could also offer, like I said, our private one-on-one sessions, coaching, classes on top of the other classes that we'll be teaching. So
it would be nice to teach a fire play class. I just got to see if I don't set the place on. See, the problem with I love doing fire play. Yes, I do put her on fire, but it's enough that it doesn't burn the skin, but it ignites runs on top of the skin. However, the problem is if I tell a hotel that that's what I'm going to do, they get really nervous.
Mm-hmm. Formal training, what we have, other than we both are certified sex educators through El Dorado. I'm a certified kink aware professional. We're both certified conscious erotic touch is the correct certification name, not tantra practitioner. So conscious erotic touch, that we're both certified in that. And then 10 years of studying of everything of sex and relationships and body and anatomy. And
it's also been usually every year since 2012, we've been going to
conferences like crazy.
Four conferences minimum per year to, again, learn stuff, to see seminars, to do stuff. Unfortunately, as far as formal training, if you become a licensed therapist in most states, you can no longer participate in many of the things that I teach and do.
Yeah.
And I have no interest in ever giving this up. So that's why it's coaching. It is not therapy. We actually went through that in the earlier show, that coaching and therapy are completely different.
Right.
And if you need help, go to see a therapist. There's plenty. I've had people come in thinking it, and we talked, and I said, I'm not even going to take your money. Go get therapy. You need
mental health therapy.
Coaching is what do you want to do in the future?
Right. All depends on the certification that you're looking for. Some certifications are as little as 6 months to others as long as 3 years. So just see what type of certification that you're looking for. My kink awareness certification took me a year to do that. And then there's others that take 2 years. So all depends on what you're looking for, what you want to specialize. Reason I specialize in the kink aware is because I'm already familiar with a lot of the swinger, polyamory, BDSM, and fetishes world that I'm like, okay, how do I apply it as like a coach? And I learned a lot from the Gottman Institute, which the Gottman Institute is like the premier of the mental health relationships, but it's because he did actual scientific work in regards to that. So technically I could go and get my license if I chose, but I don't want to pay to get a license just to have it revoked because I'm doing hands-on teaching. And I love doing hands-on teaching. I love, touching a client. I love, making sure that they're feeling safe and secure and whatever they're exploring is in a very nurturing environment. So because of that, I can't get licensed, but I got all the knowledge and the information, and I still continue to train. I am going to be going down to Costa Rica to try to get my second certificate.
You will not try. You will do.
I will do. So it's like, hey, we got to make sure the finances is there, because that's one of the things you always keep telling me. So that's why I
know, but you will do.
I will do. So I will do that. By the way, my degree is BSW. I have no idea what BSW stands for. Oh, is it body sex work? I'm sorry. That's me. That's where I go anytime I see SW. It's like bachelor's in social. Okay. Social work. Ding ding. Do you need a personal assistant for your coats to a trip? Hold on.
Okay.
24 jewelry. I'm like, do you need a personal assistant for your Costa Rica trip? No, sorry, social work.
I'm staying at home for that.
Yeah,
one.
He's staying at home. But
I'm seeing a whole bunch of really generous offers. If you are serious about it, do me a favor, just drop us a message, because after all this goes up, there's so much we do in this show. By the end of it, I don't want to forget you and forget the name.
Right.
So just drop a message.
It deletes all the chat that we're all talking here on SDC. It deletes. So just letting you know that.
But we're at the halfway mark.
Yes, halfway mark. So who's our next sponsor?
And then we'll get to Swinger Etiquette.
Yes.
And the quiz or the giveaway. Yes, there's a giveaway.
There's a giveaway. We're going back to giveaways, but now it's one giveaway per day, per Monday. It's per Mondays.
All right. So first, you've probably heard us talk about our hormone treatment.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going on over just past 3 years.
Right.
You've been doing 2.
Mm-hmm.
You're down 45 pounds.
45 pounds. Yep.
I'm down about 20.
Mm-hmm.
And we are having more sex than ever.
Yeah.
With each other, with friends, with our partners. We went through a bunch of treatments, again, just to experience them. We did evaluations and put them on social media. We've done some documentaries on it. And now we continue to get testosterone pellets.
Right.
About every 3 months, we get testosterone pellets, and it's amazing. Anyway, if you're interested in checking it out, there's a place in Central Florida called the Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. It's hormonesandwellness.com. Check them out. Actually, don't. Go to our website, because they gave us an affiliate link so we can track them.
Finally, so now we could get a little cash for the sponsorship, just a little.
Go to sexpositiveme.com and click on the logo, or it's under sponsors for Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, and just check them out. Get a consultation. They'll actually do the consultation in Zoom. We have people driving up from Miami.
Oh, yeah.
And coming down from Jacksonville.
And we're not getting credit, yeah.
Bees up, baby.
I am.
Because they're actually one of the cheapest. The doctors down in Miami are almost double the price. It's amazing. But anyway, check them out. We do appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, 24 Jour, the sex drive is off the charts. Yeah, I've both of us have gone crazy in regards to that.
I always want sex.
Yes.
What did we do this morning when we woke up?
Yes.
Sex.
But yeah.
Hey, we should go to work. It's 8:00. We can be late. Don't worry about it. It's time for sex.
That's the joy about working from home and owning your own business to a certain extent. Well, you have a flexible job. That's why.
Always remember, before you get on a Zoom call, to check your hair. They will know if you had sex.
One friend sees a doctor in Orlando every 3 months. It's probably the same friend. Who knows? No, I don't know. It's like.
Well, we have people that I know actually fly in from Houston.
Yeah.
Every 3 months to get this done. And what's nice is, by the way, to get it done, you're in and out of the doctor in less than an hour, usually 30 minutes. The procedure takes about 90 seconds. He is awesome.
He's like
he goes in, clip, dun, 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 gun. It works out really well. And the truth is, you're sore that day, maybe the next day. He's gotten really good at it, because in the beginning of 3 years when he did it, I used to get some bruising around there. Whatever new techniques he said he's learned for the testosterone pellets, I don't get the bruising. I don't get blood.
Yeah.
In 5 days, the bandage is off.
Right.
The only thing you can't do is immediately after the surgery, like anything, don't do squats, because your body will push the pellets out. And don't go to the beach or a hot tub.
Yeah. What's the name of the doctor? Dr. Carazella. So if you go, his practice is the Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. That's who we're talking about there.
Yes. Go to sexpositiveme.com, click on that logo, and go check him out. Get a visual visit.
Yep.
A virtual visit
You're
if you're out
welcome.
of the area. He's changed our lives.
Yeah, absolutely there. And you know what? It's funny because we did, like at the beginning, you did the P shot.
Oh God.
Oh God, that was just a nightmare. And then I did the O shot, and then the what was the other one?
Viviv treatment.
The Viviv treatment. And in reality, I really didn't want to do it, but they said it was part of like our sponsorship, and I'm like, okay, fine. And they say, do you have any questions for us? Because the Viviv treatment is like this electroshock that goes around your vaginal wall and your vulva, and it makes it tighter, which it did. It really did.
It went from, I'm exaggerating.
He's exaggerating
to that.
Yes, like I could probably crack a walnut. That's how tight it was. And the question I asked, and it shocked everyone, it's like, well, can I do double penetration again? And they just all look like we've never been asked that question. Oh no, it was fisting. I asked for fisting.
Yeah, you asked for fisting.
Fisting. I asked, it's like, can I be fisted? And they're like,
I was good. My initial was to do like, I kept my hands down and I was good. I didn't horrify the rest of the room.
I know I did. I horrified because I like vaginal fisting, and it's like it was a legit question, and they were like doing this treatment on me. I was just like, hey.
Okay. Before we talk, get your questions ready because we do want to talk about swinger etiquette. It's a new year, and we have traveled to swing clubs from Toronto to Miami out to LA. And what we find is every place has a different etiquette. So in a moment, we want to talk about how we've seen it different in different places and how it's changed. However, we have a trivia question. We looked at a poll from CBS that said 29% of Americans say they will be making New Year's resolutions. It's actually down 43%. I guess COVID maybe depressed people a little bit.
Oh, they did.
So here's the question. It's from a different study, though.
Yep.
And I didn't give you the study name because I know you all look it up.
Uh-huh.
What is the most popular resolution for 2022?
Yep.
Don't post it in the chat rooms.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead and email us, info@sexpositiveme.com. First right answer that comes in before midnight, we're going to go ahead and pick. And we have a little kit of lube and condoms and a few other things we're going to throw together and mail to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, here's a hint, though. It is not a business thing, nor is it a financial thing.
Or physical thing,
It's people are making this more of a priority in their life than any other previous year. And just say, trivia as the subject, write your answer in there, and next week we'll reveal who it is and get you your address and send you all the nice sex toys and stuff.
Must be in the United States and must be 18 and up. Sorry, our international folks, I know you like us and they see this. And to answer the question, what club did we visit in Toronto? Oasis. That's the club that we visited because they had like a bi night there. So that's like really big for us because we're both bisexuals and we like attending events where we're both equally accepted and not treated like a piece of meat because I'm a bisexual woman and I should be fucking everybody. So it's great listening to you both. Oh, thanks, 24. Because what happens is like in one of the swinger etiquettes, we say, please respect boundaries. Please respect people's choice of activities because not everyone likes to do what is the stereotype thing. For example, I prefer not to go down on a woman. That is my personal preference. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy when people go down on me. No problem whatsoever. But for my personal taste, it's like, why are you making me eat a chocolate cake when I only like vanilla?
Yeah, and the thing is, I've seen you go down on some women's breast. I've seen you making out with women. We've done a lot of hot scenes. Mm-hmm. It's just something you don't care to do.
No, I just don't like it. Like some women don't like to go down on a guy.
Although I thought those were Amish.
No, I used to know a girl that would not go down on a guy, but she would be fuck in the ass all the time.
Well, that's another thing. Speaking of fucking in the ass.
Right.
Some people have no problem with ass to mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting fucked in the ass. It comes out. It goes right in your mouth and you're fine with it.
Right.
Technically, there are some potential health issues with that. But for the most part, it's rare. However, I did that once and pulled it out. And literally the woman looked at me and said, where the hell do you think you're putting that? I'm like, and it didn't dawn on me. She's like, go to the bathroom. I'm like, it's all the way over there.
Okay. Amish got me thinking my kids just hear me laugh. Oh, Lord. Well, we're getting now all the spam bots and all the crazy people on YouTube and Facebook. Yay. All right.
Well, we're getting some people from over That looked like Russian.
No, that's all our spam bots. That's all it is. Anyways, continue on with Swinger Etiquette.
Here's the thing. It's a new year and you're all trying new stuff. And if you've never been to a swing club or you're new to all this, you're going to a swing club. There's a couple of, we'll say, rules that I've seen that vary from place to place. And what I mean is, obviously, with the Me Too movement, normally in clubs, I'm saying in Atlanta, in Atlanta, and also in Orlando, which is where we are, Tampa. If you see someone and even if you're interested, you ask to touch first.
Right.
Okay. And if someone says, no, it's okay, and you don't get pissed off, it's not a rejection. Well, it is a rejection, but it's no reason for you to get all set up. You end it. Okay. No, not my problem. Maybe they're just not in the mood tonight. Maybe the girl's on her period. Maybe she just had a fight with her boyfriend or husband. I don't know. But this goes for girls too, going on guys. When the guy's like, no, I'm good. Thank you. Just go and just don't worry about it. Go find someone else. Miami is the Fort Lauderdale area.
South Florida. It was South Florida. It was just the whole South Florida area, because then it's like we're asking other people. It's like if you touch, then that means you're giving consent and you go and play. That's how no one acts. They just kind of started touching and feeling there. And
unless you kick them off, they assume, all right, we're going to have sex.
Right, exactly.
It was very assuming, which was different from us. The other one is, if a scene has already started, let's put something out there. Me and her get on a bed. I don't care if it's in the corner or the middle of the room or a couch. We're in a playroom where it's okay to do this, and we start fucking. You don't interrupt the scene.
No.
Unless we make eye contact and say, come here.
Yeah.
You don't do it. In South Florida, and this hasn't always been, it's been more recently. I think, really? It's always been?
Yeah, it's always been like that. It's just, we've only gone twice together to Trapeze.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've been going there since dawn of time.
Long time. But basically, we're fucking, and all of a sudden a hand just comes out of nowhere and starts to massage, and it might be her ass, it might just be her leg, and we kind of give a look over of, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
And the truth is, unless you tell them to fuck off, they keep going.
Right.
And I'm like, no. And
that's for both men and women. Because I had a girl, when I was playing with one of our friends from Exotica, a woman was all over me.
And she wouldn't take no for an answer.
No, she did after
a while.
Yeah, after I kind of no, this is it, Is that the norm in Florida? Technically, no. It depends on the geographical area, like everything else.
Because we've gone, like I said, up to Toronto. Toronto is the very nicest.
Yeah.
You come over, you talk for a minute. We like that. New Orleans.
Yeah, naughty New Orleans.
Not just naughty New Orleans. We went to Colette.
Oh yeah,
which is another club there. And okay, here's the thing: there were guys that just stared. And unfortunately, the night we went, we've gone 3 nights so far. There were guys just like in a doorway. They'll just stand. They won't come in and they won't touch you like in Miami. In Miami, they would like kind of reach in to touch you. In Colette, which is again New Orleans, they would stand there and watch. But I hate to turn around. There's like 6 guys in the doorway. I'm like, well, thank you for the audience, but.
Oh, this is a scary story. We were in an awkward situation at Paradise. Wife was blowing me, and a couple came in our playroom and fist bumped me and fist bumped my wife. When my dick was in her mouth, I left the room. We were like, what the fuck? What was a very awkward moment for us. Oh my God, that is so awkward. Why the hell? If there's something in your mouth, why would you do that? I would be so afraid of a Lorena Bobbitt incident by accident, because I'm very conscious when I'm sucking cock if I'm not going to scratch or bite with my teeth. That's always been one of my fears, because I even tried, how many times I was like, chicken, am I okay? Or it's like, did I scratch you? It's like, why would someone do that?
Well, I've also had a situation where I was spanking someone and my attention was over here because there was other stuff going on and I was having fun. And then I hit once more and I heard, no. And I look over and she gives me a look up and she goes, I'm sucking dick now. Please don't hit me. I'm like, okay, you need to give me some. I wasn't.
Yeah,
okay.
Communicate.
That was a little bit, but I could understand if she had a dick in her mouth and I gave her a nice whack, she may kind of give a little bite. Which
and Lorena Bobbitt. There you go.
That was intention. No, there's a difference between an accidental wounding and a complete decapitation on purpose, which that's all we're going to talk about because this is sex. We're not getting into the horror stories.
All right. So what else are we continuing to look for?
Well, okay. The one thing I always like to bring up, though, is single guys.
Yeah.
Single guys, there is a way to get into it. But unfortunately, most of the time in the United States, when you go to a club, single women are free to get in. Couples are a price. And usually for us, it's somewhere around $40 to $50.
Depending on the area. So
Right.
I would say average 50, but then single males are 100.
Or 150.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why. There's too many, I hate to say this, immature or just guys that will come in that give the serious and intelligent single guys a bad name. And these are the ones, like I said, I found it at New Orleans. That were just very forward, very on you, couldn't take no for an answer, started touching you before even saying hi.
Right. And I go...
If you're a single guy and you want to get into swinging, if you want to be successful at swinging, you got to learn to talk
and be polite. Honestly, and have boundaries.
That'll go the biggest way, because when I was single before we got together, I actually went to a club and I paid the big prices. But at that point, there weren't many clubs. There were more house parties.
House parties, yeah.
I literally, after I showed up a couple times, got in with the organizers of it and said, hey, I'm really trying to meet people. I'm having a hard time. Can I help you out and volunteer? Can I be the bartender? Can I, be security just for a little while? But they ended up letting me be the bartender and help them set up, which I didn't get paid for. I did it. However, they spoke very highly of me to the rest of the people. When I served drinks and stuff, it was like a 4-hour party. Maybe the first hour and a half, 2 hours, I would serve the drinks. And after that, they said they'd bring someone else in. I got to meet people. So when I got off of there, it was not, hey, the stranger's coming up and talking to me. It was, hey, John, come over here. Let's talk.
It's a bartender. Yeah. We had some great things. So.
I hooked up with so many women and couples the moment I switched over to being the nice guy and not immediately going after, show me your tits. Not to say I've done that. But
you do it to me all the time.
Well, you're usually showing them before I go ahead and even ask for them. What'd you do this morning? I went to get in the shower. Honey, tits.
San Francisco has a different culture about swinging life. Yes, that's what we're saying. Every area, town is different. We're not saying that everything's the same, but we're teaching you some foundational things that can be applicable in various situations throughout the swinging lifestyle.
But we also want to hear from you. If it is different, how is it different? I know again, consent in some places is really important. In other places, it's go ahead, grab and touch until you're told not to.
Exactly.
4 times. Those places we really don't go back to. We really are not into that. Now, don't get me wrong. We love a good orgy.
Yes, we do.
However, it actually works out better when we've talked with the people.
And they're sober.
Yeah, sober. Well, a drink or two is fine.
Right.
If you've drank a fifth of Jack in order to have sex with me, this probably isn't going to go that well.
No, it isn't.
What's worse is when the guys do it and then try to get hard for you and go, I don't know why it's not working.
And I'm like...
Because you can't stand. You can't stand up vertically.
It's like, if you can't make your cock work and you're expecting me to fuck you, no. I mean, there's pills out there, but don't be drinking your brain to have sex with somebody. I that is like one of my biggest turnoffs, is that you have to have a large amount of alcohol in order to participate.
No, I enjoy sex
as sex, but we've seen both men and women that have to consume a large amount of alcohol. I'm not, whatever it is. I know because of my diabetes has screwed me over with my drinking, because I used to drink people underneath the table all the time. I'm a 3-drink limit. That's it. After 3 drinks, forget it. If I have past the 3, I'm done. And I will actually say, you know what? I'm not interested because I can't consent. I acknowledge that. So.
Whiskey dick sucks. Yes. No.
Yes.
Haha, joke. Sucks.
Yes. It does. Limp dick sucks. Totally. There. And here's the funny part. It's like, I got a couple partners that do have to take, the pill with other partners, but with me, not happening.
It's excitement, and it's also getting rid of all the shame in there.
Oh yeah, I know.
And all the nervousness. But no, I'm glad this came up because swinging can be different in all different places.
Mm-hmm.
We prefer friends with benefits.
Yeah.
In the sense that we keep in touch with couples that visit Orlando, and we'll cook up, and then they go home, and we may not see them for another year.
Right.
But the truth is, we get some type of rapport with them.
Yes.
We've actually met people that once they have sex with them, they never want to see them again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, can we switch numbers? And they're like, no.
No, I've done that several times.
No, but I think you did it when you had great sex, and then we're like, no, I'm done with this guy. I really don't want the rest of it.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm done. It's funny. Okay, continue on. We only have less than 10 minutes. Oh,
I know.
Don't we have we have to thank our sponsors?
we got to do all this other stuff and talk.
Yeah.
But anyway, usually I don't know when it's going to be in spring. The next few months, we're in Florida, so it's technically winter. Anyway, we do a whole class on swinger etiquette, and specifically what we concentrate on is if you're a couple, how do you communicate so you stay a couple and still enjoy the swinging community? Because communication is key in understanding stuff. And it can be simple stuff like when we have sex or when we go to a swinger club, if you meet someone and you want to go off on your own, you just have to let me know. You don't disappear.
No, and I have the geo-tracking on my phone. It's like, I have no shame on that. It's like, you can track my ass anywhere. It's like, just tag me.
But what I'm saying is if we're at a swinger club,
right,
and you meet tall, dark, and handsome, and you're like, honey, I want to go have some fun, go to the playrooms. I just need to know about it.
Right.
And if I'm feeling bad or something, I may let her know. I may even wait in the parking lot. But for the most part, I'm going to go do my thing.
Right.
There are couples that I've seen have screaming fights because one of them left the room, before the other one was done. And yeah, so discussing rules for swinging, if you're a couple, is very important. And knowing the rules out there, especially for like singles, how do you go ahead and get into a couple? And by the way, being a third to a couple can be so much fun. However, you've had a situation where both parts of the couple started wanting to have sex with her without the other partner, and don't tell them.
Don't tell. It's like,
oh man, that was wrong.
And it's like, I loved and adored both of them. I was really good friends. And when they started playing that with me, I was just like, you just, Okay, but here's a question for SDC members. And this is like, if we find a venue or a location, would you come up and see Swinger Etiquette? Like we would host it somewhere, like either a restaurant or a bar that we could get. Would you come up here and take classes, take a Swinger Etiquette class?
And the truth is we would probably target it around $30-$35 a ticket.
All depends, because if we do if we want to include a meal with it, then we're looking like $100.
If we're doing something basic,
yeah.
What we normally do is about $30-$35 a ticket. We usually give you some type of takeaway gift, which is condoms, lube, maybe small toys in there. And it's going to be a class for about an hour and a half, followed by some Q&A. And again, we chat with you. So we try to make like a night out of it.
Right. A fun date night.
Yeah. And I don't think $30 per person is a big deal, considering a movie's going to charge you 15 or 20 to get in these days.
20. It's 20. Every time we go to Sinopolis, it's $20 a person. So it's always like $50 just for the ticket for the both of us after all the fees and everything. And then another $100 for our food. So that's why I'm just trying to feel, price conscious where we could host things like that,
We tried it in Central Florida.
Yeah.
And, actually, we tried to do a dinner party.
Yeah.
Think about this. A place called, a place that serves oysters and other aphrodisiac type foods was going to do it like a 3-hour dinner with us talking about aphrodisiacs and sex. And what happened? COVID. So we're thinking of coming up with different stuff like this and seeing how it works out. If you have ideas, let us know where you're from. Let us know if this is something you're interested in. We're trying to see if we can make this happen. Yeah. However, in the last 7 minutes, we should probably talk about the important stuff.
The important stuff. Yes. Like our classes that we've been chatting about and doing, a fun part of COVID, which shocked us, was people asking us to teach, our classes for bachelorettes and birthday parties.
We did a couple of bachelor parties.
Yeah, bachelorettes, not bachelorette parties, and birthday parties. We did a birthday party.
I thrilled about 8 bachelorettes and a soon-to-be bride.
Yeah.
By deep throating a what was that, about a 7-inch cock?
Yeah, it was a 7-inch. Where's our pinky?
It's somewhere behind us.
See, this guy. This is the deep throater.
I'm not going to do it right now.
Go for it. No, we can't. Wife and I love separate play. Yeah, we do too.
But we also love it together. I mean, one thing she does love is gangbangs.
Yes.
If I can get 3 or 4 guys and
bye guys, bye
with her, yeah, she likes to solo play together.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do like being DP'd and have a cock in your mouth.
I love being the center of attention. That's at the end of the day, I just love being the center of attention. Period. Yeah.
It is fun. Okay, so we want to give a little shout out to our sponsors in the end, Fairville University and the Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. Again, without these companies, we really wouldn't be able to do this every week as well as do our prizes and giveaways. Mm-hmm. Remember, we did ask a question. Send us an email by midnight. And just to review, the question was, what is the #1 popular New Year's resolution for 2022? And the hint is people are making this a priority in their lives more now than any other year.
Right.
Get it to us by midnight and we will, you win stuff.
You win stuff there.
Guys.
Yeah. So we have also affiliates and sponsors who help us with the shows. Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, Liberator, Uberloop, SexSwing.com, Please Me, and SDC. If you go to our affiliates and you purchase anything from them, we get a small little commission to help support this venture that we have. But on YouTube, we do have a video for the Liberator and the Sex Swing. So we do offer coaching, and I do pro dom work, aka sex work. So yes, to a certain extent. So that's a whole different thing.
I'm trying to figure out in one of the texts here if that's Lutz. Lutz, Florida.
Lutz, Florida. Yeah, he's been having some spelling issues there. It's like no problem.
No.
New couple, yeah. They've had some typo issues. So yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Would
we
you guys
do something? That's not too
do
far.
A class around Lutz or
where is Lutz?
Down South Florida, like a little bit past Lakeland in that area.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
Let's to enjoy each day. Yep. So yeah, we are happy to present classes. We just have to make sure it's cost benefit for us because we can't be out of pocket. And the reason we asked like what would be your price venue because of the venue and the locations. Because I do have why not do OnlyFans? OnlyFans has just been having a lot of credit card issues, and sometimes some people are getting paid and then sometimes they're not. So
but we do have plans hopefully in the next few months setting up our own little subscription and paywall. Mm-hmm. We're thinking of putting our own private videos behind there in which you will see more of us. One thing I'll put out there is I came up with the thought of putting a section for extreme videos, meaning graphically, instructionally showing how to do sounding, fisting, as well as infusion. Mm-hmm. So I do some pretty extreme stuff. So we may go ahead and actually film it and see how that goes. But you've been getting into doing, you do most of the coaching and pro dom services.
I do most of that. So
you are good as a pro dom, though.
It's so funny because it was my play partners. It's like, and I'm like, I'm an angry Mexican doing this, and you're just like, and they're like, you make a good job. So I finally caved in and said, okay, fuck it. Let me see what happens. And it's like, I had a couple of good clients now. It's like, so I guess I'm good as the scary like dominatrix, and they're good little submissives. Those boys.
It's given me a great excuse to buy her leather. Oh darn!
Yeah. So
hopefully soon you'll be dressed in it.
Oh yeah. So probably for the next. What's our next topic week?
Next Monday.
Yes.
On the 10th, we're going to do another show again here on STC as well as BFAM on intimacy, and we're going to talk about the difference between poly and swinger.
Yes.
Because intimacy is different from sex. You can have sex with no intimacy. That's just hardcore fucking gangbang. And don't get me wrong, that's amazing.
Those are hot.
However, intimacy is something a little different. We're talking more sexual intimacy.
Right.
Because again, intimacy can be between, you and your family. That's being intimate with them. However, we're talking sexual intimacy, and that actually satisfies a different part of my needs.
Right. There's several different types of intimacy actor. There's the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and sexual. So 5 different that we kind of go and explain the difference on. All right, we're down to the last 30 seconds, I think. Yeah, last minute.
Yeah, with intimacy though, I just if I have orgies for a while, I crave cuddle.
Yes.
And then if I only have cuddle for a while, then I crave something crazy like orgies.
Yeah.
So it's a balance.
It is trying to find that balance there. But so we'll be on next week. Is that, and then what else there? There's room for both. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
There is totally room for both. So yeah, next week's the 10th. And then on the 24th, we won't be here because we'll both be traveling. I'm going to a tarot conference. Haha. And he's going out to finally meet his partner that we haven't set name because we haven't still gotten consent. Love you guys.
So
Thank you
very much.
For showing
We will see you on Monday, next
So
Monday.
Don't forget their questions and send your questions on anything else on topics that you would like us to talk about. We're always looking for new topics.
And if you have a place that you want us to stay at when we're visiting, please go ahead and email us or message us on SDC. We will talk with you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, you can't donate there. I'm sorry, Tremor. You could donate on our at any Venmo, Cash App. I'm at Miss Angelique Luna. That's the only thing. So yeah, we're still working on that. But thank you. I appreciate the thoughts there. So thanks.